first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Discovery's core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Rolf, welcome to the stream. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. I'm finally here. I was like, so for the longest time, I've been using, just Windows Capture for, the chat. And I'm just like, you know, I really should have a transparent chat. We can't keep doing this. So now I have a transparent chat and we'll see how that goes. We'll see if that will work. But yeah, that's what I was doing before the stream, was trying to get the transparent chat to work. But it seems to be working. Let's go. We love to see it. How's it going, Rolf? I hope you're doing well. I decided to play some Hakuoki on my own. Not the route that we're playing, but other routes. And so now I kind of know how the game works, and it's still really weird to me. It still doesn't make any sense to me. It's very strange. Like, it just having it cut in half the way it is, like, really doesn't make any sense. Like, if anyone just buys the first half of the story, like, you're gonna be left feeling like, wow, that's it. Because most of the actual, like, romance stuff in Hakuoki happens during the second half. So it's like, it's all built up, and then nothing happens. It's so funny. I think it's hilarious. Game didn't feel long enough to warrant cutting in half. I mean, it is pretty long, but the thing is like, I think the reason why it's cut in half the way it is because since they added all those new routes to the game, like, I guess maybe they just didn't have enough room in one game to have all the full routes plus the new routes and everything. I don't know. But it is pretty funny. Not as long as that is true. But Your Turn to Die has been going on for a long time, like since 2017, with like new episodes and stuff. So it's like incremental. But there is a bunch of other games that are longer, like Danganronpa, the Zero Escape series, like most dating sim visual novels are like about as long as Hakuoki, I would say. So I don't know why they cut it in half. It's very strange, and it makes no sense. Once you get to the end of the game, you're just kind of like, okay. Cause, yeah, it's true. I mean, that's just how a lot of visual novels are, so it's kind of weird that this game would be like, let's cut it in half. It's so weird, because you're left feeling like, that's it. Like, that's the whole game. Because I just did Okita's route last night, and it was so weird to get to the end of his route, because it was, you know, it's that halfway point, so I'm like sitting there like, okay. Like, it's just so weird, because as I said, like, the majority of like the actual route related stuff happens during the second half of the game, so you have all this build up, and then like nothing happens. It's so funny. It's honestly hilarious. Yeah, it's great. Also, I think it's funny that this isn't really a spoiler to say this, but Okita's one of the characters that unless you're on his route, he dies. Like, that's just how it is. Like, him and who else? Yamazaki. The two of them like die in every round unless you go on their round. It's kind of funny. I suppose it's relatively easy to make a game longer if all you need to do is write some dialogue and maybe draw a few more sprites and backgrounds. Yeah. And again, the same goes for combat games that get padded with meaningless fights. Yeah! Oh my gosh, I just watched one of my favorite YouTubers, AlphaRad. He did this video on Jump Force, the game Jump Force that came out not too long ago. That like combined all the Shonen Jump characters into this big fighter, and it was terrible. So I watched him play it, and that's basically what that game is like like, if it were for all the padding, it would have only been like a couple hours, but it lasts like 16 or something hours just because you fight the same battles over and 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 over again in this really dumb story. It's pretty hilarious. Ugh. There we go. Yeah, it was honestly, after watching the Jump Force video, it honestly became one of my favorite videos on the channel. It's just so funny. Like seeing Goku talking to Light Yagami. There's something just so funny about the dialogue of just them talking to each other. Oh my gosh. I ate a Pokeball today. It was nice. Tried out a new place that lets you... Oh, that's awesome. We have a couple places like that too around here. Even on like campus, we had one. It's interessante. We have this one place where it's like you assemble your own Pokeball, and it's like the best place because it has like this drink there. That's just top tier. I don't know what it is, but I get it every time because it's like top tier stuff right there. Delicious. Delicioso. Yeah, it's been a while since I had Pokeball, to be honest. Haven't had it in ages. Maybe even like a year or so, maybe more. But yeah, I'm glad you liked it, Rolf. Oh shoot, I just realized that now that I have this transparent chat, I'm now gonna have to, like, how should I put it? Like, I'm gonna have to put, I'm gonna have to change the way the screen is done. Dang, see. The struggle is real. The struggle is real. Oh well, I got it. Still have some left too. It was a lot. Yeah, Pokeballs are always like really filling. I almost can never finish one either. Cause it's just, you look at it and you're like, oh, it's not that big. You can definitely eat it all, and then you try to, and it's like, nah. It's like sushi. The same happens with sushi, where you're just like, oh, it's just a couple of these rice balls. I can absolutely eat it. And then you get through like 1 or 2 full rolls, and you're like, I'm full. I'm done. Even though it doesn't look like it, I'm done. But yeah, makes sense. Also, I gotta make myself smaller. I'm too big. sushi I can eat forever. Heck yeah. I love sushi. Sushi is like one of my favorite foods as well, but there's only so much I can eat of it before I'm like, I'm full. Which is weird because it's the same stuff. Yeah. Good sushi is awesome. It's so true. Yeah, there's a lot of places that make terrible sushi and you're like, bleh. Like, especially a lot of grocery stores and whatnot, but actual sushi places, especially sushi restaurants and stuff, delicious, delicious stuff. I love it. I could eat just tons and tons of sushi. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. But yeah, honestly, here's a weird fun fact about me. One of my favorite sushi rolls is the Philadelphia roll. Even though I know a lot of people think it's gross. It's like my favorite sushi roll. Is like definitely Philadelphia roll and any like shrimp tempura rolls. I like those too. But Philadelphia is like always like my top one. It's the one that has like cream cheese in it or something. Which is weird. Like it sounds gross, but it's like my favorite roll. Every time I go to any sushi place, I get the Philadelphia. Yeah, cream cheese is great, but people would probably think like, oh, cream cheese in a sushi roll though? Oh, you ordered it with your Pokeball? Heck yeah, then I guess we have similar taste, Rolf. Let's go. Like, I'm looking up what is in a Philadelphia roll real quick just to make sure. Yeah, it's made with smoked salmon, cream cheese, and cucumber. That's what's in the Philadelphia roll. And it's like my favorite, it's my favorite roll. That's like my #1 roll. It's simple, but it's like nice, you know? And of course, as I said, I like a lot of like shrimp tempura type rolls, and that kind of stuff. But I can enjoy most sushi. Sushi is just delicioso. But yeah. I would say the one roll that everyone always talks about, but I'm kind of just like meh about, would definitely be, what is it? The California roll. Like, I think it's okay, but not the best, you know? But heck yeah, I'm so glad, Rolf, that we have similar tastes. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, cream cheese is so good. It's so delicious. I love eating cream cheese with like bagels and everything, but I could, like, cream cheese, I feel like is one of those things that you either like it or you don't. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely recommend it. Rolf, if you ever go to a sushi place, get the Philadelphia roll. I absolutely recommend it. It's such a good roll. It's so delicioso. I've loved it ever since I was a kid, and I still love it. Bye. I'm trying to think what other... There's like this one roll that is at my local sushi place. And by local, I mean real local. Like, I could walk to the sushi place that we have right next door to us. Like, it's like a minute away from my house. There's this one roll that they have that I like that's called like the scorpion roll. And it's basically like a shrimp tempura roll, but with like eel on top. So you have like eel on top as well, and like a special sauce. I don't know what it is. And it's pretty good too. I like a lot of crab rolls too. I have a snack bar around the corner for me that also serves sushi and poke for some reason. Not the best sushi, but hey, it's super close. That's how it is for my local supermarket, Wegmans. They make okay sushi. It's not the best kind of sushi, but it's not terrible. Like, it's like pretty close to being like proper sushi, which is better than like 99% of all other places I've been to that isn't like a restaurant. Huh, interesting. Oh my gosh, now I want to eat sushi. Now I'm in a sushi mood. One day. But yeah. Maybe I'll ask the fam after the stream's over, be like, can we get some sushi? Now I'm in the mood for some good sushi. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some weird ones. I've heard of, like, all sorts of different kinds of sushi, including dessert sushi. I wonder, like, what is the weirdest thing at my local restaurant's menu? Where is it? I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Is there gonna be a let's see, wasabi restaurant, because that's what it's called. Oh my gosh. No, I don't want to look at the location. I know where it is. I just want to know what the weirdest sushi roll is. Menu. There we go. Let's see, Amherst menus, full menu. Let's see what's on here. You know what? I should show this on stream so we can all look at the sushi menu. Okay. Oh my god. Hide that. There we go. Kind of hard to see. There we go. That'll probably be better. I think some of this is new. I don't remember this ocean special. It's been a while. Like, I haven't actually, like, been there in ages. Like, we order stuff from there all the time, but I haven't actually been there since the pandemic started. But this sounds good. Pepperoni tuna. Yellowtail jalapeno. Let's go. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Where is it? Yeah, here's my scorpion roll. Shrimp tempura and avocado roll topped with eel. I love it. It's one of my faves. Let's see. I also like the wasabi lobster. Lobster, mango, avocado, and crunch wrapped in soybean paper with wasabi mayo. Because I love the combination of sweet and spicy. When things are like both sweet and spicy, I love it. So having like the combination of like mango and like wasabi and all that, it's pretty good. I love it. Very dynamic. Yeah, I would say all of this is pretty like standard, so I don't think there's anything crazy at my place. Oh, I forgot that they have one with caviar on it. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, and you can do the a la carte. Heck yeah. There's my Philadelphia roll. Ayo. Good stuff. Yeah, it's like all pretty standard stuff. But yeah, sushi. Now I want some. One day. One day it'll happen. I'm thinking about how to do the chat still. Because while I do like this, the problem is that if I full screened the game video, for example, or game window, this text would be in the way rather than being a good addition. It'd be a... Maybe I should have the text like disappear over time rather than staying there the whole time. Because then that way, like, the text is still there, but it won't like be there for too long. And I can also make it bigger like this. Maybe. Yeah, like this. And then just have it like disappear over time rather than staying on the screen. Anya, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. I'm just worried that the text will block the screen, and that'll be a problem. What if I do this? And like keep it there for like a full minute. Yeah. Heck yeah. Okay, I just saved the setting and it all disappeared. That's good to see. Let's hope it works. Hello. Waiting a whole minute. I think a minute is pretty good. Yeah, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hopefully will be good enough. Unless it's just not gonna disappear at all. Hello? Has it not been a minute? Maybe I misunderstood how long a minute is. I did put it for 60 seconds. We'll see. Testing, 1, 2, 3. We love seeing Anya testing stuff for stream while on stream. Good stuff right there. Quality person. Quality streamer. Professional. Oh, there we go! 60 seconds is pretty long, actually. Kinda crazy. Maybe 60 seconds is too long. That's the content we're here for. Let's go. Nah, you know, 60 seconds is probably okay. It'll be okay. Ayo. There we go. Now Zach can't BM me anymore for having just a giant box of a text box on stream. Now I have transparent chat. He's just gonna have to deal with it. Because the reason I even decided to finally do this is because during last VN night, I don't know if you were already there, Rolf, or not. It might have been before that. But Zach was just like, why, Anya, do you just have like a giant, just the text box from stream instead of having like an actual like transparent text box? And I'm like, you so right though. Which, oh, by the way, Rolf, thanks for joining on VN Night 2. It was a good time. You really carried the team. Though we did, I think, win once after you left as well and Doodle joined. And I think I got the last kill or something. It was great. Yeah, that was VN Night. Happened on Saturdays. And I know you're thinking probably like, VN is visual novel, right? You guys aren't playing any visual novels. Well, the story about that is that I originally started VN Night as a visual novel thing because we were playing stuff like Andromeda 6, the dating sim visual novel, and like other visual novel related stuff. And this was before I started streaming it. I decided to start streaming it because we started having like some really good moments while we were playing them. Like I was streaming them on Discord, but I wasn't like live streaming it on Twitch. But then we started having like some really good like jokes and moments that we were like, we gotta have on stream. So then I moved VN Night to Twitch so that now we're actually doing it on Twitch. And then slowly but surely we moved away from visual novels to like non-visual novels. And so now even though it's called VN Night, we don't really play visual novels anymore. It's why I said it was really ironic that you and I play a lot of visual novels on Mondays, because it's like on VN Night we don't play visual novels, and then on non-VN Night we play visual novels. It's pretty amazing. But yeah, I think the last VN we played was, yeah, we played the latest chapter of Andromeda 6 that just came out like a week or so ago. And we played that, so that was an actual visual novel. And we also started Zero Escape, but didn't continue it, sadly. And that's also a visual novel. But beyond that, we normally don't play visual novels. Like, we played a lot of Terraria for, like, months. We played Terraria for so long. And we also played Stardew Valley. We play stuff like Gartic and all sorts of other things. And of course you saw Super Animal Royale. Literally the only, like, Battle Royale game I actually like. Like, I normally hate Battle Royales, but I love Super Animal Royale. I don't know why. It's very weird. But yeah, and actually, we're planning next time to play RuneScape. So next Saturday, that's what our plans are, is just to play some RuneScape. I re-downloaded it to my computer so that we could try RuneScape and stuff. I do need to test it, though. I haven't, like, launched the game or anything, so I'll probably need to test it so that it's not like, oh, we start doing it on stream. Oh, it's not gonna work. But yeah, the plan is we're playing RuneScape, but then when June 9th comes around, that's when the not E3 stuff starts happening for that one weekend. So I'll be streaming that, and so any other games will be put to the side as we're doing that. And then when Minecraft finally becomes truly cross-platform, we're all gonna be playing Minecraft on VN night. All of these things are not visual novels, but it's still VN night. Which is, it's also the reason why everyone has started calling it BM night instead of VN night. Because it's really just like, let's BM Anya the night. But yeah. Yeah, so lots of fun stuff coming up, though none of them visual novels. All the visual novels are on the non-VN night, it's a fact. But yeah. Yeah, you're always welcome to join, Rolf. I even added you to the VN Night gang list, so that you'll be added when we do stuff. As for everybody, I always say this, it's not a requirement that anyone joins VN Night. No one has to join VN Night, but all of y'all are welcome to join and just chill for any amount of time that you can. Understandable, Rolf. That's totally fair. But and also, probably when the not E3 stuff is going on, we might be a bit earlier than normal, so there's that too. But as always, I'll add everyone under the role of what we're doing, so you'll definitely get the notification. And if you can join, you're always welcome to. But it's always a good time. Some of my favorite moments are on VN Night. That's like when everything just goes absolutely bonkers is on VN Night. And a lot of it has to do with the combination of Zach and Wolf in one call. Always leads to problems. Zach, Wolf, and Samaj, when the three of them get together, and Thomas too. When all four of them get together, it can be madness. Absolute insanity. They all just like feed on each other. But yeah. So definitely gonna be RuneScape, and then not E3, and then Minecraft. Though I think with Minecraft you have to pay for a server. That'll be a pain. Oh well. But yeah. Let's see what else. Anything else new? I can't think of anything else. boy. Oh, there is one other thing. New IRL. I began watching Spy X Family with some peeps not too long ago, and it's really good. I would say Spy X Family is probably the only good anime from this season. It's really sad to say, but unlike in the past where like most animes were bangers in some way, shape, or form, like now it's like 99% of everything that comes out is just fan service, and then there's like 1 or 2 shows per season that are like actually worth the time. And Spy X Family is the one from this season. It's so good. Have you watched any of that, Rolf? Nope. It's really good. I recommend it 100%. Like, absolutely. Yeah, I just see the pink. Yeah, do you know her name is Anya? The pink-haired girl's name is Anya. And I love that Zach's like, I hate the fact that her name is Anya. But, it's really good. It's like actually really good. Basically, it's like, do you know Mr. and Mrs. Smith? That movie? It's like that, but like funnier and like incredible. Cause basically the idea is like the main guy is like a spy. Like a secret agent guy. And he has to like infiltrate this school for like this world-saving task or whatever. But he himself can't enter because it's for, you know, kids and stuff. So he got to start a family, like a fake family, to get in. And so he goes to like the orphanage, finds Anya, the pink-haired girl. But the thing is, she's secretly an Esper. And which means that she can read people's thoughts. So she knows that he's actually a spy. But he doesn't know that she has telepathy. And he is trying to like keep the fact that he's a spy a secret, so he doesn't like directly tell her anything that he's a spy. She just knows because she can read his mind. So he adopts her as like his kid, and then he meets this other lady named Yor, and she is secretly an assassin. But again, he doesn't know that she's an assassin. She doesn't know that he's a spy. Anya does know that both of them are a spy and assassin because she can read their minds, but they don't know that she knows because they don't know that she's a Esper. But they all become a family. The assassin lady becomes the mom, the spy guy becomes a dad, and Anya, of course, is the child that has to infiltrate the school. And the hijinks that come from all that. And it's great. It's so good. It's so wholesome and just incredible. Like, every episode is like just top tier stuff. I absolutely recommend it. But yeah, it's just, it's like, it's the one show from this season that I like. In terms of anime last season, the only one was season 2 of Vanitas, Case Study of Vanitas. That was like the only show from last season. So this season, Spy X Family. Last season, Case Study of Vanitas, which is also really good. It's by the same person who did Pandora Hearts. I've been watching One Piece. Gonna take me forever to catch up. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those shows that's been going on forever. Insane. Yeah. Like, my long-running show that I really like is Detective Conan. I've stated this before. Like, it was the first show that I actually watched on my own without my sister showing it to me first. Like, I found it on YouTube and stuff and started watching it in 3 parts, you know, like back in the day where they would have, like, episodes split into 3 parts, like part 1, part 2, part 3. I watched Detective Conan like that, and I saw, like, a lot of the episodes, like even the fillers, like early on, and then I started using the wiki to like skip episodes. But even if, like, with how many episodes and movies and stuff that they have now for Detective Conan, even if you skip fillers, you still have a lot to get through. Like, even I'm behind at this point, because it's been a while since I tried to catch up. But usually what I do is I skip everything except for episodes that have important plot points in them. And episodes with Kaito Kid. Like, those are the 2 types of episodes I still watch, is plot relevant episodes and Kaito Kid episodes. Everything else I'm just like, toss in the bin. Yeah. Throwback to the old days. Yeah, that was my first anime I watched like that. Oh, it's Azure! Hello, Azure! Welcome to the stream. I love you so much. How's it going, Azure? I hope you're doing well. I love ya. And heck yeah, I'm the biggest nerd. The first anime that I watched, in the not the legalist of ways is, I mean, already, like, the 3-part YouTube thing isn't the best, but, this is, like, more than the 3-part, you know, on websites, was, Mega Man NT Warrior or Rockman.exe, depends on how you say it, like if you're going the English version or not. That was like the first one I watched like that, and I remember I was using like Mega Video for it, and it would be like, oh, you gotta wait like 70 minutes for the next episode or thing or whatever, and it's like, no, I love you the most, Azure. And heck yeah. What you eating? How's work going? I hope you're doing okay. The first anime I watched was some yaoi hentai. No! Hi, Mew. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? I hope you're doing well, Mew. You're the bestest bean. How's it going? I don't know when the first time I watched Sakaichi or Junjo. Like, I thought it was around 2016, but then I found a post that showed that I was into it before then, so now I'm like, I don't know when I first started watching it anymore, and it scares me. I think I was a teenager. I hope I was. But yeah, Rockman.exe, Mega Man NT Warrior, Mega Man Battle Network, however you want to call it, was the first one I watched. Our friendship will never recover from this. Dang, Z. No, Azure. No. I made Azure watch some of Junjo. Lulu and I had Azure watch some of Junjo with us, and it was a time. Throwback to the days. What is that, Azure? Who the heck is Madison? Oh, did you update chat on screen? Yeah, I did because no worries, Azure, no worries. I updated the thing because during VN night last time, Zach was BMing me for still having the window capture for... Oh, it's Rolf! Hello! Hi, Rolf. Welcome. I love ya. How's it going?
Pretty good. Except Twitch is being weird and not allowing me to mute the stream.
Oh no!
It's like near twice.
Oh no!
Twitch has been being really weird lately. I don't know why.
Yeah. I would say mute the entire site. That's what I do. I right click up top where the thing is,
yeah,
and you can hit mute site.
Makes sense.
But
Maybe
yes.
better Twitch TV is out of date or something.
Yeah, it's possible. Who knows? Twitch can be weird sometimes. There are times where I have to restart OBS several times because it won't register, like, aspects of Twitch. And I'm like, please, I just want to stream.
Yeah, it looks like turning off better Twitch TV worked at least, so.
Yeah. But yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Am I gonna be No, I'm not, Azure, actually. Mondays, I try and stay away from work, because since I usually finish work on, like, Friday or Saturday even, it's like, I need at least 2 days where I'm not doing any writing or anything like that. So I don't work on Sundays, and I don't work besides doing the stream on Mondays. But yeah, so I'm free. I'm free tonight.
No.
But yeah, Azure, I updated, and actually Rolf was here the entire time that I was updating the chat. I'm just like, oh, sorry, Rolf, 1 second, I'm still working on this chat. But yeah, Zach BM'd me for still having the old, like, just Windows capture of the Twitch chat. And so, I finally decided to actually get the transparent chat through Streamlabs. So here it is, as you can see. Finally becoming more of a professional, slowly but surely.
One step closer.
One step closer. But yeah, how are you doing, Rolf?
I'm alright.
Heck yeah.
My cat has been a bit sick lately, but I think he's
Oh
doing
no!
okay.
Oh no! What's going on?
Just general sickness. I think the vet said he had a kind of bladder infection, urinary tract infection.
Oh
but
no!
also some other general, like vomiting and stuff.
Yeah. Have you been letting him go outside?
No.
And I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. But I'll call the vet again tomorrow for update.
Yeah.
But other than that, he does seem to be behaving pretty much normal. A little bit less active, but...
Yeah. Well, I'm glad he's getting better at least. I'll be hoping for a full recovery.
Thank you.
Are you ready, Rolf, for some more of...
Always.
Heck yeah. Let me move this. I didn't have Steam open. Never mind. I'm still the same streamer as always. I'll never change. Okay. Oh, there is one thing I need to do. I gotta make sure I have the walkthrough pulled up so that we get through this route.
Probably good.
Yeah. Kyoto wins. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you to Otome Obsessed, by the way, for this walkthrough. It's a really well-made walkthrough. Okay. So, I think we're on chapter 3, I think. Remember that time Anya ate the weeds? Yep. I can't wait to finally see my weed-eating boyfriend once again when 3 Hopes comes out. He looks so good. Okay, opening up. Let's see. Oh, it is full screen. So we're all good, actually.
Nice.
I forgot that I set it up as full screen because the chat doesn't work for me once I have the full thing loaded. And then chair. Like that.
Hey.
And then gotta pull up the chat on my phone so I can actually see it. Oh my gosh, if I could click the right thing, Jeebus. If ID factory, if. But yeah, I hope the chat works properly with this being full screen. We'll have to see. Oh, and you can see I now have record of service. Apparently you only get record of service once you beat one of the routes.
Okay.
And then it just it basically just gives you like a summary of like the events that happened during the game. See? And it takes you through, and then it's like, here are the stories at the end. But yeah. And that's basically it. And it's I'm still in shock that where they end it, and you'll see why. You'll see why. It feels very anticlimactic. Mostly because it's not the climax of the game. So weird. Anyways. Oh yeah, we're here. You don't need to see what I say anyway. I'm only going to be saying nice things. I can't believe Azure is only gonna say nice things, dang C.
How could you?
Well, I'll be on my way now. Make sure no one causes trouble while I'm gone. Okay. I promise to help as much as I can. Oh yeah, and this was Doodle. Find us a good crop of men.
Rip Doodle. Can't believe Doodle's dead.
I know, right? Rest in pieces.
Tragic.
We miss Doodle with all our hearts. I can't get over find us a good crop of men.
Yeah. Get a good harvest.
Yeah. Oh, wait. We might have already read this. Let me check. Or no, we haven't. Because the skip read isn't working. So this is new content. Find us a good crop of men, Heisuke. I'll join you there next month. Oh no, he's gonna slay some men. Heck yeah, let's go.
Harvest some men from the boy field.
Heck yeah. The plan was for Heisuke to hit Edo early and scope the potential men and have Kondo follow behind a month after to make the final say with the recruits. Isn't there someone you mentioned wanting to see? I remember you saying something like that. Oh, we never told you, Yukimura? I believe his name is Ito. He fights using the Hokushin Ito style, and word is he's well versed in strategy. Oh, it's this dude.
This motherfucker.
Oh, we didn't get this scene last time. Remember?
Yeah, he just showed up without warning.
Yeah, and then later they mentioned that he was like friends with Heisuke or like whatever, or like Heisuke knew about him or something, and now we're actually finally getting the background to it in this route. Truth be told, I don't really know him well, but I'm pretty sure he'll at least hear me out. And that's more than enough. He's an imperialist, but if we approach him alright and with respect, he'll see fit to help us. I know he will. Kondo nodded confidently, but Heisuke looked like he wasn't quite as sure. I won't be back until way after the stream is over, so I'll see ya when I see ya. I love you more. Have fun. No, you, Asher! Good luck with work. I'll see you later. Thanks for hanging out. I love ya. Anyway, I'm off. I'll do my best to find information on Kondo too while I'm there, so just wait until I get back. Okay, be careful. I watched him go, and the smaller his back became, the lonelier I felt. When I couldn't see him anymore, my heart twinged. I glanced up at Kondo. You look happy. You're thinking about all the new warriors you're getting, right? Yeah, seeing our numbers increase is a wonderful thing. If they're strong and able, even better. He puffed out his chest and grinned. His relief at recruiting new members reflected just how worried he must have been. I hadn't realized how much we were struggling. Also, I can't believe 4 years passed during this game.
That's a lot of years.
Yeah. It's specifically this game. Like, not including the second half. The first half is what it goes over 4 years. And it never feels that way because you're kind of just like, oh, we're going through it. And then it's like, oh, yeah, it's been 4 years. And it's like, what? Kondo kept his men close to his heart, and now he could smile. Time passed quickly after Heisuke left, and a month soon went by. The day for Kondo to leave for Edo was upon us, and I saw him off the next morning. I came across Kondo in the yard, mirrored in his thoughts. Hello, Kondo. It's you, Yukimura. Is something the matter? Oh no, nothing like that. I was just thinking about how you'll be on your way to Edo tomorrow. True enough, can't leave Heisuke hanging for too long, right? It will be a little lonely around here once you've left headquarters too. Ah, don't worry. I'll only be gone a month. Tochi will take care of everything while I'm away. You didn't know his kind generosity and Heisuke's bright personality kept me going day after day here. They were the highlights of my restrictive life. With both of them gone, Kondo hadn't even left yet, and I was already feeling an uncontrollable loneliness sweep over me. It must have shown on my face because he suddenly looked troubled. Oh yeah, is there anything you want me to bring back for you from Edo? A memento from your hometown, perhaps? Oh no, I'm fine. You don't have to worry about me. You sure? Is there anything else I can do for you? Anything that's in my power to grant, I will. He was always so accommodating to me already. I didn't have any complaints, but there was something I desired for a while, but never had the nerve to ask before. Before you leave for Edo, could you train me? Wait, are you talking about learning swordplay? Yes. Oh, no, that's a bad idea. I'm really aggressive when I teach. If I somehow hurt you, I wouldn't be able to face your father. Oh, but I have to say, that came out of nowhere. Did you have a reason? His eyebrows furrowed in concern. Let's see. What do we pick? Oh, we're supposed to say I stepped out of line.
Okay.
Also, I found out while doing the routes, by the way, what actually changes in the warrior record is the background. Like the tree here, once the flowers start blooming, it blooms on the tree in the background.
I see.
So, where is it? You see? Like you have it empty here. Here it's like starting to bloom a bit. But yeah, I was like I remember I was looking at like the pages being like, I thought it was gonna be these flowers here. Like in the foreground. I thought those ones would change, but no, it's the background tree that changes. Okay, I stepped out of line. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to trouble you at all. Please forget I asked. He was right, it did come out of nowhere, and it wasn't like he had a lot of free time either. To put it aside for someone not a part of the Shinsengumi, it was foolish. Wait, I don't know why you want this, but when your face looks like that, I can't say no to you. Huh? I'll gladly train you. Well, so long as we don't go overboard and accidentally hurt you. We found a cord to tie up my sleeves and set about training me. Normal Shinsengumi training revolved around real-life sparring with wooden swords. Kondo decided to go easy on me with a bamboo stick. Let's get started. I have to warn you though, Tenin Rishin style is a little rough. Right, I'm ready. I'm also an Oni, so I should be fine. Okay, let's begin with checking your stance. You said you were trained before, correct? Yes, it was mostly for self-defense, but I did receive instruction in fighting with a Kodachi. Good, that means you don't have to learn a new form. Get into the stance you've been taught. Okay. Bamboo stick in hand, I moved into the familiar stance that I memorized during my training. Too weak.
I'm sure this training will actually come in handy at some point.
Yeah, I bet. I really bet. Absolutely. This will really help us.
Dramatic music when we're learning stuff that we'll never be able to use.
Yeah, because they'll just be like, oh, you're just a weak woman who can't do anything.
Step aside, woman.
Like a whip, his harsh words stung as he barked. If someone moves to attack you from the front, the first thing they'll reach is your sword and your sword arm. They'll knock your sword away if your grip is too weak. You must keep an eye out for that. Okay. He hit me with the full brunt of his what? Stringent. Yeah, stringent teaching. I could see he was taking this seriously. He wasn't going easy on me because I was a girl. Thank God. Thank God. At least one man here.
Only one who respects us.
Yeah. Kondo is the best guy in this game. You know?
He's pretty great.
Now you're holding on too tight. Given your slight build, you should do your best to avoid a strike from the front. To do that, you'll have to dodge or redirect the impact, but if you're grasping your sword tightly... Oh, okay. That's a weird place to cut off. With Kondo's instruction, I practiced swinging the sword over and over, doing my best to learn and retain everything he was teaching me. Oh, it's getting late. His words brought my head up and I blinked. The sun set without me realizing, pooling below, and the sky was now shades of red and purple. Suddenly, in the real world again, fatigue slammed into me and I collapsed to my knees. Thank you for doing this for me. Every limb was shaking, my clothes completely drenched in sweat. I sucked in air like I couldn't get enough of it. Kondo glanced over at me when I fell to the ground and his strict teaching expression immediately switched to one of deep concern. I'm sorry, Yukimura. What was I doing? I got so into it I started pushing you way too hard. I'm fine. The fact that you forgot and ended up teaching me that way even though I'm not your student. Thank you. It made me really happy. I see. If that's how you truly feel, then I'm glad there's a bright side to this at least. His face was a mixture of relief and guilt. I am very sorry. I haven't trained anyone like this since the old days, so I kind of fell back into it. You mean before you came to Kyoto? Right. Toshi, Shoji, and Gen learned Tenin Renshin with me at Sheihei Hall. A school of swordplay popular in the Tama region. Kondo is a master of the style, and Hijikata, Okita, and Inoue were among his students. A dojo in Edo that taught the Tenin Renshin style. Its owner was Isami Kondo, 4th generation head. Many Shinsengumi members studied or lived there. Sanan, Todo, Nagakura, and Harada joined us a little later. Oh, and Saito would come by sometimes too. We don't have the free time much anymore, but we used to test our skills against each other in bouts nearly every day. If I remember correctly, talk of the old days came up once one night when everyone was well into their sake. Kondo's family were farmers, but it was discovered that he had remarkable skill at sword fighting. The owner of Sheihei Hall decided to adopt him so he could continue training, and that's where he met Hijikata along with everyone else. It must have been rough doing all that training. Yes, it was quite harsh, but strangely fulfilling in a different way than our work now. He gazed off into the distance, clearly reminiscing, and I felt a tiny pang of envy. If I had been born and raised near Mibu, would I have met all of them under different, better circumstances? Kondo turned to look down at me kindly, a gentle smile on his face. Earlier, you said you weren't my student, but... Huh? Since I, a 4th generation master of Tenin Renshin, spent today training you, that more or less means you're now a disciple of the style as well. Yeah! Kondo! Kondo,
yeah.
Best man! That would make you a student like Toshi, Shoji, and Gen. Heck yeah! Heck yeah!
Where's Kondo's path?
Yeah, where's Kondo's route? What the frick? He's like the best man! Thank you! It was obviously not official, and it was barely a day's worth of instruction, but I was happy. I mean, to be fair, if he was a route, they would probably ruin him.
That's probably true.
He's so great because he's not a route.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I couldn't stop smiling. My heart felt so light. Kondo, I'm so grateful. Thank you for today. My mind and heart were still reflecting on the wonderful thing that just happened. I returned to my room with my head held high. I've been staying there for a while now, but sometimes I still felt like I was baggage to them. They needed me for one thing and one thing only. I was never really a part of them, nor did I belong. But now, Kondo's words filled in some of the holes in my heart, just a little, but I treasured the feeling. Smiling, I collapsed onto my futon. The strain and fatigue from earlier was a good feeling, and I let it drag me under to sleep. Oh, chapter 3. Let's go.
Bum, bum, bum.
The dawn of the new year arrived. It was February of 1865 and we finished eating breakfast. I was carrying a plate full of tea and opened the door to the common room. Tea's ready! Oh wait, we probably saw this, yeah. We did. Blah blah blah.
Wait,
blah blah
didn't
blah.
Gen die?
Gen? No, not yet. You're thinking of when the previous playthrough.
Okay.
He's still alive here. But I think he dies in like every playthrough though. He's like a character that dies no matter what the route, I'm pretty sure. Which is sad because Gen's pretty great. Oh, shoot. Here we go. Okay, we return to our room because investigating leads us to getting points with Soji or, Sanan, I think.
Okay.
So, we're returning to our room. We're skipping all that. Perhaps it would be best, because that was, the investigation stuff would be the part where we see Sanan, like, turn into a furry. And then we scream for Soji or whatever. That's what that part is. Perhaps it would be best to just return to my room. I didn't want to get in trouble for wandering around, but most of all, I didn't want to find myself in anyone's way. Even though I was worried about Sana, maybe it's the best for me to stay out of the way. Just as the sun dipped below the horizon, the compound exploded with activity and my worry increased tenfold. Did something happen? I waited for a few moments for the activity to settle down, but it did no such thing. Something was wrong. I could feel it. I struggled against it for as long as I could, but eventually my curiosity got the better of me. There must be someone in the common room. I decided to ask someone what happened. Yeah. To think that Sanan would have done this to himself.
God damn it. What the hell are you guys doing? I told you countless times to watch out for Sanan. Was some part of that difficult to understand? Come on, man. Who would have thought he'd drink that stuff? I mean, Sanan was in charge of watching that stuff anyway, so it's not like we would have known.
If it were hidden in a small bottle, we would have no way of knowing if it was on him. I mean, I suppose there's a chance that the treatment would heal his arm, but it didn't work, did it? Everyone who took it went crazy. Then Sanan, would he... I wonder what they meant by treatment. Occasionally I heard the captains referring to something similar from time to time. So did Sanan drink that thing? I believe Colonel Sanan was working on improving it. He hoped to repair his arm before it had deteriorated too far. Perhaps he felt he was finished, or at least close enough. Whatever the case, when he realized his failure, he ignored Soji's counsel and attempted suicide. Suicide?! The words were past my lips before I even thought them. As one, all eyes in the room turned toward me.
Just what the hell are you doing here?
The long ice cold gaze kept me pinned, the tire in my throat became until I could barely breathe, let alone speak. I felt a strange combination of anxiety, suspicion, and animosity that I'd never felt before on the night I arrived. I felt a strange combination of anxiety, suspicion, and animosity that I had felt before on the night I arrived to the headquarters of the Shinsengumi. Now, as then, I knew the meaning of that gaze. Toshi, I think it's time you told her what's going on. She's Kondo's daughter, after all. She has a right to know. I felt my eyes go wide at the mention of my father's name. Why would my father's name come up here? Don't tell me he had something to do with this. Hijikata's gaze slid to Kondo, swearing an unpleasant grimace. After a long moment, however, he gave a long, exasperated sigh and turned back to me.
I'm going to make this clear. The Shinsengumi doesn't need you. Wow.
Yeah.
There's a chance you'll help us find Kyoto, but even without your help we'll find him eventually. A minor setback at worst. You do anything weird, we'll kill you. I'm about to tell you what's going on here, but keep in mind that your life is in our hands.
The intensity of Hijikata's statement felt like a sharp dagger pointed at my throat. I'm the daughter. The Shinsengumi only let me stay with them in the slight chance that I'd come in handy when the time arose to search for my father. Although it wasn't their primary duty, the Shinsengumi had the watch for all manhunts. An organization that monitored...
in this route, you don't find out that they know until this point.
Yeah. Yep.
Big difference.
Yep. It's so interesting to see kind of like how differently the events play out in the different routes. The organization that monitored internal Shinsengumi affairs and conducted external covert reconnaissance. They reported directly to Commander Hijikata. There's nothing left to tie me here, apart from my memories of the last year. Are you going to kill me? My words were flushed with worry, and Hijikata thinned his eyes like he was speaking to a servant.
We aren't going to kill you yet, but don't think that means you're in the clear.
Oh. I was glad, I suppose, that I wasn't going to be killed, but I was still far from happy. I'd been with the Shinsengumi for nearly a year, and my position with them hadn't changed. The truth cut deep. We never told you, but Kyoto was here because he was developing a treatment. You mean... I gulped audibly, and I carefully formulated what I was going to say in my head before I said it aloud. The one that Sanan took? When Kondo nodded, it was as if there was a great weight resting on him. It was first brought to us by one of the Shogun's men. We were told this concoction was obtained from a trade with Western merchants. Curiosity swelled inside of me, and my head felt light from the anticipation. Still, I knew that digging deep is dangerous. These thoughts swirled. It was a foreign drug, built with the ability to augment a man's healing and physical strength. Any who drank it would supposedly be strong enough to conquer a wild beast. Bearing a truly fatal wound, any injuries from battle would heal almost immediately. Unless one were to be decapitated or be pierced in the heart, you can engage in combat forever. Does such a concoction really exist? It felt like I was hearing some sort of fairy tale. Of course, all of this comes with a price. A price? The drink spurs men into madness, and they are unable to survive without drinking the blood of others. Kondo took it upon himself to experiment on the Shinsengumi in an attempt to improve the drug. My father? Somewhere, deep in my heart, I knew my father had some connection with all of this. Knowing my father was involved with driving men mad, all I could do was wonder why. To perform experiments on the Shinsengumi? So the night in the alley? Saito nodded plainly. We keep the guys who've taken it in the Nanbu house. If we kept them at the Yagi house, suspicions would have been aroused. So long as they don't get any blood, they stay pretty calm. Saito spoke quietly and indifferently. It was as if he talked about was a distant memory. Living with them for so long made me forget. There is still a line between myself and the Shinsengumi men that couldn't be crossed, and his coldness reminded me of this notion. You alright, Chizuru? You don't look too well. No, I'm not alright! No! I'm learning all this stuff for the first time. Y'all are saying you're gonna kill me? I'm not alright. I'm alright. Don't push yourself. I mean, of course you'd be sick after hearing this. Oh, right. We've told her enough. We need to think about Sanan.
That's me.
Oh, wait, yeah, that's you. I just started saying everybody's voices now.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, look at him. He's practically dead. Well, this batch is new, so the effects could be different. It's not a sure thing yet that he'll go mad. Well, if that crap actually does what it is supposed to do, then that cut isn't going to kill him.
Ichikata felt like he was restrained in saying this, as if he was trying to keep his hopes low.
Kondo, can you keep an eye on him? Tonight's gonna tell if he lives or dies, or goes crazy. I'm not sure that works as 3 options.
Yeah.
The third one is like not exclusive to the other 2.
Well, I think it's like saying that, like, he's technically...
If he lives normally or dies.
Yeah. Like, in a way, it's a death of in itself. Like, yes, you're alive, but your mind is basically dead. Very well. Soji's with him, right? Kondo nodded deeply, then stood and walked towards the room.
Don't let anyone near Sanan's room, especially Ito's men.
Yeah, I know.
Shinpachi, go check on the Meikawa house. Got it.
As he passed, Nagakuro's eyes met mine for an instant in his gaze, and then I saw the same hostility felt on the night I first arrived, and they were filled with doubt and suspicion towards me.
Saito, I want you in the inner courtyard. If Ito and his guys show up, kill them all. Keep them occupied.
Understood. Eventually, Hijikata faced his gaze to me.
Yukimura, I want you to stay with one of the captains.
Okay. It seemed as though his suggestion wasn't out of worry for my well-being, but rather that it wasn't a wise idea for me to be wandering around. Stay out of the Nanbu house. They get kind of rowdy at night. Alright. I bowed slightly, but even with their warnings, I would be limited. Where should I go? I don't know. Let me check. Okay, so I stepped out of line. I think it's remain in the common room. Let me double check. Yeah, remain in the common room. Saito, Harada, and Nagakura had respectively left for the locations at the bequest of Hijikata's command, which meant I was alone with Hijikata. It was because Hijikata remained silent, but the mood in the common room felt suffocating. Of course, I bore him no ill will, but we were left to contemplate a somber silence together. My eyes slowly drifted to Hijikata, and his brows furrowed in deep indents above drooping eyes. One could see that his heavy concern for Sanan was draining him, and it was only after he closed his eyes to breathe that he quietly spoke.
You think you know Sanan, but this commotion has distorted him greatly. Sanan is not only intelligent, but he possesses a strong hand for the blade. His mind sees the whole picture, not just what stands before him. He knew how to offer perspective in moments where my temper would get the best of me, and he could control me with just his words. Without him, the Shinsengumi would be nothing. It would cease to exist. To me, he was like my big brother.
Hijikata's sincerity dripped from his curt words, and he balled his hands into tight fists. Sanan must have a very special place in your heart.
Well, it suddenly sounds so cheap when you put it to words.
Here he sat, captured by thoughts of a life without his old friend. The truth could be devastating, even for Hijikata. His position, however, prevented him from revealing this to others, and by sharing these memories with me, he and the truth could wait.
The only reason we didn't dispose of that shit was because I thought he could heal his arm with it. We never knew this could happen. We need Sanan. We cannot lose him.
He scrunched his face heavily, and his usual coldness was dissolving, replaced by an anguish as he considered the mortality of his dear friend. He is completely spent. I think it's let's have faith.
Just a cat.
Yeah.
Cat got to some things he should not have. So
Oh no! Oh no!
Still, some shrimp tails left from the Pokeball. Those are still on the table.
Oh, I see.
Didn't really eat any of it, fortunately.
Heck yeah. I'm glad. He's a cutie patooey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad he's doing okay.
Yeah, he seems alright.
Eee. Let's have faith in Sanan's spirit and strength.
Yeah, you're right. All we have for now is our faith.
And so, okay, nope, this is all the same as before. Blah 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 blah. I I still, every time I do this skip now, I always think of that one time it did that weird thing to Hijikata. That really got me. Oh my god. I'm glad I didn't imagine it, that it really happened. Thinking back to the night of the incident, I remember Sanan transformed into a being with white hair, eyes lusting for blood. But looking at his peaceful smile now made it hard to imagine such a night was real. If someone told me it was all a bad dream, I would have believed it. It wasn't a dream though, and now Sanan spends his days hiding from the sunlight and from others. I've definitely tapped into the Shinsegumi's secrets. For just a moment, the sun lit on Sanan's hair. Ah! I don't know if it was a trick of the light or simply my mind being foolish, but in that moment, his hair was a brilliant white.
Is something the matter? You look as though you've seen a ghost, which I hardly feel is polite.
Oh, no, nothing at all. Goodbye. He looked perfectly normal now, of course. Surely, I thought. I must have simply imagined it. Sanan had become the same creature as the men I encountered on my first night in Kyoto, and here, right in front of me, he stood. The fear of the night cast a shadow over my heart. Well, that was so weird, because I'm pretty sure we've read that before, too. I don't know why it paused us there. Very weird. Oh yeah, and this happened. Blah blah blah. I think you won't find out who that lady is unless you're on Okito's route.
Yeah.
She's like a big Okito's route character.
Mm.
Oh, and it's this part. Oh, the boys. They're here. The trio.
Boys have arrived.
Heck yeah.
The boys are back in town.
Well, I gulped.
Yo, are you not getting it through your head? The scar on your cheek is already starting to heal.
I don't know why, but the idea
I can't believe he says yo.
Yeah, he's like, yo. Kazuma having a
Sup,
diss track about Hijikata. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Kazuma then directed his gaze towards the Kodachi on my hip. Oh, and now we're back to skipping. Thanks. Blah 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 blah. During this fight, blah 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 blah. I think we stay. It would make sense if we stayed. Yeah, we stay.
All right.
I'm going to stay here. Wait, we've seen all this. So blah 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 blah. I forgot he just has a gun. The best.
Every time. It's like, oh shit.
So now we reach for our sword. I'm pretty
Alright.
sure. Let me check. Double checking. Yeah, reached for my sword. I wrapped my fingers around the hilt of my Kodachi and looked at Kazuma. Both Shiranui and Amagiri displayed superhuman levels of skill, something that awestruck me. I didn't think my swordsmanship could be of any help to anyone.
Time to put those lessons from Kondo to the test.
Heck yeah. But to distract them for even a fraction of a second, I had to take my chance. Yeah, I think we draw our sword. Draw my sword. It's so weird that it gives us the choice. Like, we decide to draw it, and then we're like, well, actually, maybe we shouldn't.
Never mind.
Never mind. Draw the sword.
Get out of here, you idiot. He'll tear you apart.
Hijikata screamed at me, making me second-guess myself, and I sheathed my sword. What?
What?
What? Let us fight!
Oh, God.
Let us fight! Let us fight! Let us fight!
Yamazaki, get her out of here. Don't let her get any closer.
I'm so mad.
Like, why even give us the choice?
Yeah, like, why give us the choice if you're just gonna say that to the face? I'm so mad. I'm so mad. It's like, wow, we really learned those lessons from Kondo for a reason, huh?
Yeah.
You mistake me for a weak... Wait, no, that's you.
Yeah, it would be hilarious if Chichiru said that. Like, no, stay back. You just tell Hijikata, you mistake for a weak shit like you. That would be so good.
That would be amazing. Oh
What
my
a plot
god.
twist.
Oh, it would have been a great moment.
You mistake me for a weak shit like you. I give you the honor of fighting me, and you chatter. Very well then. I'll show you who's truly in control, so you can shut your mouth for good. Huh, keep telling yourself that. I still owe you one for taking out my men during the Hamakuri rebellion.
The rivalry was intense. One could nearly see the sparks in their glares, a bloodlust whose tension made it nearly impossible to breathe.
Caesar is mine, no mine. I don't keep track of each and every insect I squash.
I mean, that's basically how the anime is. As I said before, they're the two main guys in the anime, so they're like fighting over Chizuru. And then the best ending ever, the fact that he dies and then she goes off in the sunset with Kazuma anyway. It's so funny to me. It gets me every time I think about it.
That's so, I'll be sure to refresh your memory. I'll send you to hell so you can apologize to them in person.
One more step. It moves so quickly that in a blink of an eye, I missed Hijikata furiously clash with Kazuma's blade. Ah! The two swords ground against one another, screaming in protest.
Grunt.
It's just, I'm imagining him saying that, and like everyone's like, what? Hijikata swung with the fullness of his strength, but Kazuma merely parried it with an unfazed expression. The force of the blade's meeting sent a small breeze that swayed his bangs.
You're not human, are you? Just what the hell are you? Haven't I made it clear that I'm of the demon clan? Not only am I or we, but so is she.
I and we and she and he.
How many pronouns? Chizuru is too much for you. She'd kill you in bed. We've come to take her off your hand. You would need the stamina of a demon to satisfy her.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my god.
The hell you say? You doubt my abilities in bed?
Their blades shuddered too quickly for my eyes to follow. All I could catch was the flickering of the moonlight on them, sparks flashing as they met. They leapt at each other and met for a moment. The two men circled, then leapt forward again. Oh snap.
Clink clink.
Clink clink. The clipped strands of Kazuma's hair drifted away on a cool evening breeze.
I see.
There were no signs of fear on his face. Instead, I saw what I thought was perhaps the tiniest flicker of respect. He lowered his sword.
What the hell is this?
Both men stepped back, their fight clearly finished.
これ以上の戦いは無意味ですな。長引いて今日が乗っても困るでしょう。
What? You talking to me? Come on.
Got the Valley Girl voice, it's so good.
I know when to leave a party. The one that doesn't know when to stop is... Yeah, I as soon as Doodle came up with the Valley Girl voice for Shiranui, I'm like, we gotta keep it.
Yeah.
Shiranui looked towards Kazuma as he spoke.
Yes, our suspicions have been confirmed. We've no need to stay. This time, we only came to verify the truth. The Earth is flat. No, for sure.
It's like, well, how did you find out from this battle?
There's no other option.
The only way that our battle could have lasted that long is if the Earth was flat. Do you really believe we'll simply allow you to walk away?
Then call your men. You three may survive, but how many of your soldiers will we slaughter before we escape? Would you spend their lives so easily?
Kazuma and his companions were no doubt powerful. His words held arrogance. We knew he spoke the truth. They left silently, fading into the darkness, but as he did, Kazuma spoke to me one last time, his red eyes piercing me as they glared.
I will return for you. Soon.
He was far out of arm's reach, but his words nearly brushed against my cheek, cold and threatening. The shiver ran up my spine. I crumbled to the floor. Whoa, are you alright, Chizuru? I'm fine. You really suck at lying, you know that. You look really pale. Sit there and rest for a while. If you can't walk, I'll carry you. Thank you. For a while, Hijikata stared deeply and harshly towards the darkness.
Kid, you have any idea why they were after you?
I hesitated. They had said I was one of them. Kazuma had invited me to go with him. Had he been telling the truth? I didn't know. I'm not sure. There was really nothing more I could say. Where did this incident spread the ranks of the Shizugumi quickly in another form? Oh wait, this is all... We've all done this. Blah 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 blah. Oh, this is the... Here we are hanging out with... to do the... Yeah, this.
Oh,
The medical thing. Let's see. Where are we doing? Okay. So we pick yes, please. Yes, please! Which we've already picked. So we're skipping again. Blah, 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 blah. I love just hearing the music changes as we're speeding through it.
Yeah.
Like, doo-doo-doo, da-da-dum. Now it's just, we're back to the music.
The hell was that?
That was like a rat. There's like mice running around in the scene. The next choice, I'm pretty sure, is the one where we see Okita leave. Oh yeah, there he is. But we just say, it's not any of my business. Because we don't care about Okita in this route. Because you're not allowed to care about other characters when you're going on a route. You can only care about the character you're going on a route for. Which I hate, by the way. I think it's dumb that they're like, oh, you can't care about people unless you want to be romantic with them. Like, what the frick? But yeah.
Well, that's how it works in real life, right?
Oh my god. I mean, some people think that way. They're like, oh, you're nice to me, so now let's
Causes
marry.
a lot of problems, that mindset.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not really any individual person's fault. It's kind of like the way society is built. Like, there's so many shows and movies and stuff that show it like that. You know, there's not many stories that are like, oh, here's a guy and a girl helping each other out, but they're just friends, you know?
Yeah.
Sadly.
And any time they try, then the fan base keeps shipping them anyway.
Yeah, it's true. And you know what's so funny though? So because of that, you know, there's also a lot of times where people ship like 2 guys or 2 girls together in shows for a lot of the same reasons, and people will be like, oh, but there's no like overt things going on there, they're just friends and stuff. And it's like, well, but you guys are willing to ship your pairings for about the same amount of content anyway.
Yeah.
I was worried for Akita, but we're not on his route, so we don't actually care on him. He'd be fine so long as Dr. Matsumoto was with him. After the excitement wound down, I excused myself and went back to work. Bye, Okita. I was outside sweeping bamboo broom in hand when he appeared. Who the heck is this? Don't come any closer! His voice was so deep that it felt as if it were exhumed through the depths of the earth, cowering me. Slowly I turned around. Oh, it's him!
Is his voice that deep? Oh, jeez.
I guess. In the Japanese, like, let me see if I can try and mimic his voice as much as I remember. It's like, you have the pure blood of a demon running in your veins, and yet you run errands and clean up for a pack of humans. Like, that's kind of what his voice sounds like.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep this one.
Yeah, no, your voice is pretty good. Like, it's not, like, the dialogue says it's pretty deep, and it's, like, on the deep side, but it's not, like, baritone deep. It's not like, what's his name? Red-haired dude. It's not as deep as that.
You have the pure blood over demon.
Yeah, it's not that deep. It's definitely not that deep. Like, actually, you know what? You can hear what he sounds like for a second. Toggle voices, character setting. I always forget that this is an option for us. So let me turn him back on for a second. And then, wait, okay. Right? Kazuma! His face was a mixture of surprise and sneering disgust as he looked down at me through cold eyes. I held the broom in both hands like a staff and stepped into what I hope was a fighting stance. What are you doing here? He laughed with disdain, snorting at my weapon.
Oh, it's this guy.
Yeah.
I recognize his voice actor.
Yeah, like all the voice actors are pretty well known, I think. His tone was mocking, but his eyes were like 2 chips of ice. This was a dangerous man. But yeah, you heard what his voice sounds like.
Yeah. Alright.
Let me toggle voices again. Character setting. Off. There we go. Fix it. This was a dangerous man. What was I to do? I could hardly face him alone.
Calm down. I haven't come here to fight. Not today, at least. I only want to know what, if anything, you have to do with Kyoto.
My father? I was staring at him, stunned by his statement. Father?
Father?
Oh, yeah.
You mean Kyoto?
If you're talking about Koto Yukimura, then yes, he's my father.
I see.
At first he seemed surprised, but then he wore a malicious grin, as if he'd become privy to everything. Why are you asking about my father? I lowered the broom, my situation temporarily forgotten when...
Trying to sneak into the enemy camp alone, huh? Well, not on my watch.
Ichikata! What are you doing out here in broad daylight? It's a little early to be picking up chicks, pal. Get away from her! Harda, Heisuke! I heard
Get
you
away from my
yelling.
wife.
Yeah, get away from my waifu! Sounded like you were up to something besides cleaning. It sounded so funny. Like, when we saved Heisuke, and he was like, I'm gonna fight for you, and then that was that because we weren't on his route. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Good stuff. You alright, Chizuru? Are you hurt? Yeah, don't worry about me, I'm fine.
The Mibu's wolves can only fight in a pack, eh? Watch it.
I could feel the tension rising by the second, but it was Kazuma who attempted to cut through it.
This guy cuts everything.
Yeah.
If you want to play, then I'm happy to oblige, but I'm here today to take care of some business. That's a surprisingly difficult sentence.
Yeah.
More specifically, to issue a warning. Stop trying to turn humans into demons.
What? Humans into demons? Was he talking about the water of life?
You don't know what you're talking about. Well, probably more than you do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, wait, wrong voice. Yeah. What makes you think we're going to listen to a sleazebag who attacked a girl in broad daylight?
Idiots. Are you too blind to see that I'm doing you a favor? Well, they do say the smaller the dog, the louder the bark.
This is our turf. You better shut your trap before we gotta do it for you. He looked away from the captains as if entirely uninterested in them and flashed a cold gaze to me.
Shizuru Yukimura. Kyoto is with us now. Do you understand what that means? Your father has abandoned the shogunate.
What? His mysterious smile gave me nothing in the way of an explanation. Why are you here? Oh wait, no, that's you.
Nope. Why are you here? I suggest you think on that carefully.
Then with a slow, rippling motion, like a shadow sliding on ground, he turned his back and vanished. What was happening? What were demons and why had they come after me? My father was with them? On their side, he must have meant. Did that mean he was working with the Imperialists? The inside of my head was a swirling mass of questions and doubts, but the one thing that most concerned me was... Okay. Probably the demons. Yeah, the demons. Yeah. The demons. Who are these men who called themselves demons? What are these demons?
After fighting them, I can say they sure as hell aren't human, not by a long shot. I fought against many different kinds of warriors, but I've never met anyone as powerful as them. Yeah, I say demon is a pretty good way to describe him.
Kazuma and his companions clearly had strength and skill far beyond that of most men. I could even say that if they were to go against a wild bear or wolf, they'd still defeat them. Well, hell, if Hijikata thinks they're demons, then they gotta be demons. Yep, he's the Shinsegumi's demon after all.
Sorry, one moment.
No worries.
Cat's still trying to get places he's not supposed to go.
Oh no.
I think he's hungry, but no more food for him today.
Yeah.
Alright. Shot at you two. This is serious.
Their playful argument was familiar ground, but it was a small beacon against the darkness. I felt myself relax, and a sigh of relief found its way through me. From then on... Oh wait, nope, this is all the same. Blah 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 blah. April 1866. Almost a year had passed since the Shinsengumi moved to the Nishihongwanji Temple. At first, the new compound seemed so big, and it was hectic getting everyone to adjust, but now I feel like it's become a place we could call home. As long as it's within the Nishihongwanji Temple, I was allowed to move as I pleased around the compounds. Maybe that was why I kept my guard down. Phew. That day, as I was cleaning the compounds, I was so carried away with my duties that I noticed I'd made it to the center of the temple. I stopped, pausing to look at my surroundings, and I noticed the fresh new buds dotting the trees planted around the compounds. I realized then that it was spring. It made me stop to count how many springs I'd welcomed during my time in Kyoto. It meant, though, that the weather was going to turn warm soon, which only increased my joy. As such thoughts crossed my mind, I saw a man standing in the corner of my eye. When did he get so close? I couldn't recognize him as a member of the temple staff. As I squinted my eyes to make out his features, I looked towards his face and my eyes grew wide. There stood Chikage Kazuma. I love that he just keeps walking into the temple. It's kind of funny. He just like comes and goes.
Like one time he sneaks in and it's a big deal. Now he's just kind of walking around.
Yeah. Man who allegedly affiliated with the Satsuma, a man who outed himself as a Shinsengumi enemy, the man who tried to abduct me. Instantly, I felt nervous and I froze. What should I do? What can I do? It felt like he could sense my nervousness, and he looked at me and spoke with a warm tone.
Don't fret. I'm not here today to abduct you.
Not today.
You're gonna come with me willingly. It's been a while since I last stepped foot in Kyoto. And I just happened to visit Nishihongwanji Temple.
Do you think I'd believe that?
Well, if I'm being honest, I've come to check up on you. But my moods can be fickle, so I've decided to admire this temple instead.
How can I take anything he says as truth? My natural reaction would have been to run and alert everyone that he's here, but I doubt that he'd let me run away. Maybe I should scream for help.
Just to let you know, if I was coming here to abduct you, then I would have done so already.
He has a point. I'm sure if he wanted to abduct me, I wouldn't have been able
he?
to fight him off. Yeah. And why is he here? This place is filled with people ready to fight him, and it's swarming with Shinsengumi men. Was it possible that I really came here alone just to visit a temple?
Shrines, temples, statues, the city. If humans can do one thing right, it's building beautiful cultural monuments.
Huh? I did not expect Kazuma to say anything kind, let alone complimentary to humans. I was so dumbfounded by his demeanor that I had no idea what to do next.
If you think these courtyards or buildings are as gorgeous as I think they are, look up.
I didn't sense any animosity in his words. Maybe that was why. In this moment, I felt drawn to him, and I stood next to him to gaze above us. Normally, I'm so occupied with helping out around the compounds that I never take the time to sit and marvel at the scenery. But when I looked, I could sense life teeming from the trees, surrounding every corner of the compounds. The soft sunlight of spring accented the features of the temple. It was so refreshing watching the bountiful spring around me, as if I was seeing it for the first time. Before I knew it, I had opened my mouth. Wow, it's beautiful.
Don't you find it strange? Humans are capable of producing such beautiful things. Yet they think nothing of it when their wars reduce such beauty to ash and dust and fire. They are such fools. And despite being of the same species, clan, or family, they'll find any reason to kill one another. Unlike us peaceful Oni.
Yeah. Yeah, this
who are all pacifists and
Yeah.
definitely not bloodthirsty.
Yeah, it's really funny. If we played Soji's route, this dialogue would be even more funny, considering what happens in that route, but I can't say it without it being spoilers.
They don't even blink when it comes to deceiving their fellow man, lying their way to the top, and if they want something, they'll steal it. What do you say? Wouldn't you say humans are foolish?
There may be some people like that, but that doesn't apply to everyone.
Ah, you're talking about those bastards.
Yes, even though the Shitsugumi pride themselves
So
for
you-
being
Ha!
warriors.
So you acknowledge that they're bastards.
Yeah, that's what he says immediately. That would be so funny.
Psych!
Psych! I gotcha. They do it to protect the people of Kyoto and the shogunate. But, well, we're not planning on doing another route after this, right? We're just gonna go
No, I don't think
Cosmo route from now on. So it's Soji's route. It's revealed that that lady that we saw that looks just like us is actually like kind of the opposite of Chizuru in that she's actually he disguised as a woman. And it's our brother, our twin brother.
Alright.
And it turns out that the other, like, basically our village was like destroyed or whatever, and we got separated as kids. Chizuru got adopted by Koto, and the brother got adopted by some other family. I think it was a demon family, but they were upset that they got the brother because, remember, the female demons are the rare ones that are like really valuable because they can produce children, but because he's a guy, he can't produce children. So he was like mistreated and stuff and lived kind of a terrible life growing up because of that, because he wasn't the right gender.
Yeah.
And so when he meets Chizuru, like, he decides to make her life like a living hell, basically. And it's like, it makes this whole conversation really funny because he's like, oh, we're so much better than humans. And here's this demon who's like going for petty revenge against his own sister. It's like, yeah.
Something that's not her fault at all.
Yeah. But yeah. Though, indirectly, that whole scenario is what leads to Okita actually surviving in his route compared to like all the other routes where he dies, but that's a whole nother thing. Rest in pieces. It's never for their personal gain. What Kazuma described was true, that there are many people in the world capable of evil. However, the Shinsengumi men are different. I know because I spend every day with them.
Then let me tell you a story. Not too far from the Nishi Hongwanji temple is the Higashi... What, that's too many Japanese names. Higashi Hongwanji temple. A temple beside a temple. Have you ever thought about how odd that is?
Oh yes, why is that?
Long ago, before there was an Edo shogunate, these two temples were part of a much larger, more powerful temple named the Hongwanji. During the period of war, the Hongwanji forces were successful in holding the castle for 10 years against Nobunaga Obu. Jesus.
Yeah.
Definitely know that name.
Yeah, Nobunaga is like in most like period animes. Like there's so many animes. Like there's this channel that I watch on YouTube.
It's like the most famous figure in Japanese history almost.
Yeah, it is. He is. On that channel, they like watch anime, usually a lot of bad anime, and like react to it and stuff. And during like one of the recent things that they released, it was like a period otome like this, but like slightly different. And they were talking about how most period animes have Nobunaga in it. Like he appears all the time as this hot bishi guy. And they're like, I wonder how Nobunaga like looks down at all of us from like wherever he is now.
Turning him into a hot boy.
Yeah, and almost like and the funny part is they were talking about this, and then at the end of the episode, guess who appears? Nobunaga, and they lost their minds. They're like, it's Nobunaga again. There he is.
Amazing. Do you think that Tokugawa, who founded the Edo Shogunate, allowed an immense political power such as the Hongwanji to be left as they were?
Well, I suppose not. Kazuma seemed satisfied with my response, and he nodded and continued on.
So, the shogunate operated behind the scenes, establishing the Higashi Hongwanji and isolating the original Hongwanji temple. They manipulated the two entities, fanning the embers of conflict until the two sides eventually broke out into battle. They essentially split the Hongwanji forces and funding in half, which exhausted all of their men and made long-term war unfeasible. The separated Nishi Hongwanji and Higashi Hongwanji are the result of this conflict. Neither side knew they were being manipulated, battling their former friends, allies, and comrades for hundreds of years. So, don't you think it sounds familiar?
Are you talking about the Shinsegumi men?
Sorry, I stopped listening halfway through.
Yeah, I'm just like, what were you talking about? Kazuma did answer. He's like, were
Sorry,
you
I was on my
listening?
phone.
Yeah, she's just like looking at her phone during this, like he's giving this whole speech, and then he turns to her and she's like looking at memes.
Browsing r/funny.
Yeah.
These men in whom you foolishly placed your faith are only pawns of the shogunate. They won't realize they're pawns until it's too late, and they will forever be the shogunate's bitches.
I can't get over whenever they use bitches.
Whenever they curse, it's so weird and out of place.
I love it though. It's so
Yeah.
good.
Swinging their swords to put food on the table.
It's so good.
They have no sense of the bigger picture, nor do they show any regard for others. All they care about is advancing their self-interests. So, you're telling me that your faith in humans is because of men like them? Yeah, that's not what they're like at all, really.
Yeah, like he's really stretching some things.
So jaded.
Yeah. We say, I still have faith in them. Is what we say. Even then, I'd have faith in them. I've lived with them for the past few years and seen them closely, I know. Everyone struggles and they put forth so much effort to achieving what they believe is right, so I don't think they are like the people you think they are. I think there's something more.
So, you think the Shinsengumi are just? Just what? No. And you don't care if they kill one another or participate in their needless wars?
You're putting words into my mouth, buddy. Well, I guess it wouldn't be alright.
I see, you're part of the spherical Earth conspiracy. Aren't you the selfish one? But I do commend your desire to keep loyalty for those you have faith in, even if it's futile.
Huh? What?
Well, it seems like I've overstayed my welcome.
He stood up nonchalantly and brushed his shoulder. I guess he really wasn't planning to do anything. Will he just up and leave like that?
What? You want me to abduct you or something?
She's like, oh, I've discovered a new kink. Of course not. Blushes. Will?
I'll tell you one thing. The Shinsengumi you're so fond of are just a bunch of dumb hicks who've convinced themselves that they're warriors just because they own a sword. They draw their swords when they're told, and they kill their own men without batting an eyelash. I wouldn't trust such people.
But everyone is.
When the time comes, I'll come for you. Think hard on it until then.
Come for me, but I won't. I threw my arm out to reach for him, but a gust of wind blew between my fingertips and him. I covered my
It's
face.
like, I wouldn't trust these people if they were the way I described them, which they definitely aren't.
Yeah. I covered my face to block the wind, and as I looked up, Kazuma was over. How did he summon wind? He's like, dramatic wind. I was left alone, reflecting on Kazuma's words. He has a point. Humans fight so needlessly, but still I wanted to believe somewhere in my heart that the Shitsugumi are something more than that.
Hey guys, let's start a fight. Yeah. Oh, damn it.
It's like they started doing that in the background, and it's like, oh, you guys are you're really hurting my vibe here.
Never mind.
Never mind, I'm leaving with Cosma. Goodbye. Blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, it's Sen. Our best bud. That should be a route.
Yeah, the hidden route.
Yeah.
It would be so fucking funny if you joined the demon clan and then the two only female demons they could find are lesbians.
Yeah, it would be great. It would be awesome.
Kazuma would lose his shit.
Yep. His coffee and, oh, this is probably about Soji. His coffee had grown more violent and more frequent lately, perhaps. Oh, well, thanks.
Okay. Just to show you that he's gonna die in this route.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh, you didn't pick his route. He's freaking dead. We pick Sen for this.
Makes sense.
I was thinking about the woman who I'd met. While in the city of Kyoto, a chance encounter brought me to meet this young woman, Sen. Sen was full of energy and always showed me great kindness. She took one look at me and saw through my disguise, but even still, she didn't pry too much into my affairs or ask about the Shitsugumi. Perhaps she was just being considerate. Since I'd been living at the compounds for so long, it felt like ages since I'd made a female acquaintance. Now that I think of it, I guess I could say that I know Nagumo now as well. People had told me that I look like Nagumo, but if I were to dress like a woman again, I had no confidence that I looked near as gorgeous as she does.
Is that the brother?
Yeah, I think that's the brother. All the girls I met all looked like they were about the same age as me, but they were all dressed as real girls. I couldn't help but feel a little envious about how beautiful they were. I wondered if the day would ever come where I could be the girl I used to be. A few days later, I had been accompanying Nagakura on its rounds to search for my father. However, on this day, I couldn't help myself from looking at all the other girls my age. I mean, although
What is her age now anyway? Because, like, years are past.
I don't know, honestly.
Well, she's a female protagonist, so she's gonna stay 16 no matter how many
No! I mean, although my outer appearance wasn't the best tip-off, I was still a girl, so all the lovely kimonos and accessories I saw caught my eye. I think living exclusively with men for a prolonged period started me a conversation with real women. Technically, since I arrived at Kyoto, the only girlfriends I made were Nagumo or Sen.
Hello? Are you even listening?
Oh, Nagakura? Sorry, what was it?
That's not really a big deal. It's talking about, you know, I can run at the speed of sound. There's been a real funky vibe going on lately. Probably because of Ito and Miki, I think. Every day they run their little mouths. Don't they just piss you off?
I suppose. Nagakura seemed to be in the middle of a venting session, so I had kind of tuned out. But I felt bad that I didn't hear what he said at first, so I focused now on what he was saying.
They changed all the forest animals into robots. Can you believe it? I wonder why Kondo decided to let them join.
Eggman would have been a better choice than even them.
It makes sense, wanting to get more members and all. But things ain't the way they used to be, you know? I feel like he's kinda rushing it with these guys. Before, the Shinsengumi were a bunch of guys who were really supported the shogunate. But
then you got
Oh, wait.
Ito acting like a big shot and all, even though he's an imperialist.
I'm kinda rambling, but I guess I'm getting all I'm getting at is I want Kondo to show us more respect, yeah?
Nagakura sighed. He seemed to be wanting to hear my take on it. Let's see
This
what
guy's he's got like the puka shell necklace and everything.
Yeah.
The surfer dude.
Feel like that's a tough situation, is what we're gonna say. Oh, frick.
Uh-oh.
Feel like that's a tough situation. I understood where Nagakura was coming from. When big changes were occurring, you just can't help but feel left behind. It sounds like a tough situation. Nagakura gave a big nod of agreement.
Well, it's tough, but I guess I have to hang on. At least I got Sano and Heisuke with me. Wait, Sano, Heisuke, where'd you go? No.
Yeah, Heisuke leaves. Remember Heisuke leaves at one point?
Yeah, he
He's like,
does
oh
leave.
shoot.
Sorry for dumping all of this on you.
Oh no, please, don't apologize. I was feeling a similar way, to be honest. Nagakura timidly asks.
Wait, do you also have a problem with Ito?
No!
Did he touch you anything weird? Oh yeah, huh? Well, whenever you gotta whenever you gotta get stuff off your chest, I'm your guy.
Sounds good.
That's why I always have my shirt open, to get things off my chest easier. Oh, and could you keep what I said about Ito between you and me?
Of course, this conversation is between us.
Sweet. I feel a lot better after talking to you.
True, my own worries were totally, oh my god. Assuaged. I know the word, but it's like there's certain words where I know what it is. I've read it many times. I know what it means, but I never know how to say it like IRL.
Yeah.
But Nagakura had snapped back into his normal stride and bright attitude. I hadn't seen him act this way around anyone other than Haruta or Heisuke. Thinking about it made me really happy. It made me feel like I was part of them. I blushed from the thought.
Alright, time to kick it into high gear for this round.
Me too.
Gotta go fast.
Heck yeah, he just spins off into the distance. I'll work hard to find some clues. Nagakura's energy was so contagious that I too felt motivated to answer just as energetically. Although I figured it'd be a while until I could sit and talk to a girl my age, I still had a lot of people in whom I could confide, people who cared about my well-being. I ran after Nagakura's back as he upped his brisk pace. Gotta go faster, Sonic X! As we continued our routes through the city, something happened elsewhere at the same time. The Shinsengumi had received official orders from the shogunate to guard the notice board that was vandalized by the Sanjo Ohashi Bridge. Haruta, who was guarding the notice board on the night of, had arrested the culprits. However, there supposedly was a woman who caused trouble for him. According to Haruta, the person looked just like me, but thanks to the numerous men who vouched for me, corroborating the story that I had been elsewhere, no one actually suspected me. But still, the thought of someone else out there who shared my appearance left me disturbed, as if we haven't already met that person.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. Oh, skipping.
Skip.
But yeah, we'll finally hit the part where we're truly in his route once we hit chapter 5.
Cool.
Now we're in chapter 4. I like the music that plays during the chapter transitions.
Yeah. Oh look, Okita's still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive, but not for... Oh, and there goes our not brother.
Boom.
Yeah, he's dying. But yeah, the reason why he survives in his route is because he comes around the brother and gives Okita the water of life.
Oh.
It's not because like he cares about Okita. He wants to hurt Okita because hurting him would hurt Chizuru. And so it's more of like, I don't want you to die just yet. That sort of thing. I want to drag this out. Is kind of why he does it. And so he survives. And I think it's the only time he survives. Otherwise, he's McFrickin' dead. Goodbye, Soji. We hardly knew Lee.
Soji's dead.
Yeah. Let's see. We're going soldiers. 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 Someone high ranking. The heads of the Shinsengumi seemed like the best people to ask, but they were all still talking in the common room. Perhaps I should wait a bit until they were done. Almost as if on cue, Hijikata appeared in the hallway. Oh, hello, Hijikata.
Shouldn't you be resting?
Oh, I feel a lot better now.
Your dad's a doctor, and you know a little about medicine, but that doesn't mean you're invulnerable. No, it's because he's a demon that you're
Yeah.
Go back to your room, and go to bed without dinner.
Yeah. Like,
try not to run around too much.
You're grounded.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be careful. Oh shoot. It was easy to forget one suffered a significant injury when it healed almost completely by morning. I'll go right back to my room, but can I ask you something first?
What?
It's about Ito and the people who are leaving with him. How do you feel about all of that?
I don't have feelings.
Yeah, he's like, I don't feel anything.
What do you mean?
Well, people who were members of the Shinsengumi won't be. If I were in Hijikata's shoes, I don't think I could sit still. I'd be so stressed. Either that or I'd blame myself.
They were allies yesterday. What if our positions change? They can be enemies tomorrow. That's life.
What about Saito and Heisuke? They had all been captains together. Surely Hijikata saw them as friends at least. Would Hijikata be able to brand them as enemies just because of their change in allegiance?
Saito and Todo. I've already forgotten their names. It's going to be rough to lose a pair of skilled swordsmen, yes. But I think about the future. If they're leaving, they had some problem with the Shinsengumi. Better they leave now than later when the problems get worse.
How could he be so cold and analytical about his friends? Yet, he made sense. If Ito and company were leaving because they were incompatible with the Shinsengumi, then perhaps it was for the best. But was the best thing for the future of the Shinsengumi also the best thing for Hijikata? I couldn't understand. I mean, knowing what we know, he's not as laissez-faire about it after all.
No. Just keeping up appearances.
Yeah. End of April 1867. The compounds had become noticeably emptier since the departure of Ito and his men. There were less portions of rice to cook, and there were fewer shoes sitting beside the front doorway. Subtle differences that made my heart ache a little. I had no idea where my father could have been. Saito and Heisuke had left us. Some days it felt as if the feelings of loneliness threatened to swallow me whole. The more I thought about it, the more lost I felt. Yukimura, do you have a moment? Oh, I'm sorry, I was daydreaming, I guess. Oh no, you needn't worry yourself. You looked rather tired. I only meant to say hello. You do seem in poor spirits, though. Is everything alright? Oh yes, I'm fine. I see. Ah, yes. Do you think you might do me a favor? Sure, of course. I'd be happy to. There's a store nearby called Iwatoya. I hear the manju is to die for. What do you think? Would you be willing to go and buy me some? Of course, but I don't think it's appropriate for me to leave the compounds on my own. Ah, yes. I had forgotten. Kondo glanced around and his face lit up when just the man he had likely been looking for appeared around a corner. Ah, Tochi, do you have a moment?
What is it? A little busy right now, can it wait?
This won't take long. I was hoping to send Yukimura on a short errand. Are any of the men available to chaperone her?
Shinpachi's training the troops. Heisuke is not around. Yamazaki's off duty right now. Ask him.
As it turned out, getting approval to go out was surprisingly easy. Before very long, Yamazaki and I were on our way into the city. Sorry for the trouble. Oh yeah, I'm Yamazaki, aren't I?
Yeah.
It's no trouble. I had nothing else pressing to do, and no reason not to do what the commander asked me to do. Yamazaki, I think, is the other character that dies in every round except his own. So we're here to get manju. Yes, Kondo says this place makes some that's really good. Although apparently that's common knowledge, so they run out really quick. I appreciate Kondo's effort, but even I could see that sending someone other than me would have been far easier. It looked as though I wasn't as adept at hiding my feelings as I'd hope. I need to work on that. I don't want them worrying about me. Phew! I could feel the warmth of the freshly made manju through the box. Kondo would be happy to get them. When I thought about how he'd react, I felt a smile slip across my mouth. If there's something wrong, if you're finished, we should head back. Oh, right! The sun was inching toward the horizon, pushing our shadows out further and further. The sun looks kind of strange today. It's eerily red. We continued to walk, looking up. Oh, what? Suddenly, Yamazaki stopped. What's wrong? Get behind me. Then I saw him walking down the street toward us, and the hustle and bustle seemed to just fall away. Everyone stepped out his way without so much as a word, even men with swords tied prominently to their hips. You!
Ah, how unexpected.
Can I just say, I think it's just so funny that, like, we're just, like, hanging out in the same city, like, all together, and it's just like, oh, we just bumped into each other on the road. How crazy.
Yeah.
Chikage, Kazuma, what are you doing here?
Couldn't I ask you the same thing? Then again, I suppose the shogunate's bitches have to mark their territory from time to time.
I can't get over it.
It's so funny. Nevertheless, I'm surprised to see you allowed the bird out of her cage. Tell me, why is she here?
Yamazaki slipped a hand into his pocket and Kazuma grinned.
Really? Sure you don't think you have something hidden there that might allow you to defeat me?
Would you like to find out? Yamazaki, wait! There are too many people here.
You can't use the thermal detonator. You'll destroy the whole block.
I could see several families on the street, their children laughing and praying around their ankles. Like, yo, do you not see what's going on? Leave! Yamazaki's eyes flicked back and forth, taking in everything. When he spoke, it was in a voice so low that only I could hear. Yukimura, you need to run. I'll deal with him. But... Kazuma wasn't just another angry ronin. He had fought the entire Shinsengumi to a standstill and then walked away. Yamazaki was skilled, to be certain, but the odds were not in his favor. Let's see. Yeah, we talked to him.
Makes sense.
Talk to him. Why are you here? Was it really only coincidence? Or was there some other purpose to his presence? Until we knew his intentions, it seemed premature to decide whether to fight or flee.
You think a polite question is enough to wring secrets from me?
His words were harsh, but his tone made it sound almost as if he was enjoying himself.
You clearly consider me an enemy, and yet you can question me and expect me to answer. I can't decide if you're brave or insane.
Stop messing around. Either tell us your purpose here or don't.
Ah, my purpose.
We just walked down the street. He could have just been like going somewhere.
Yeah.
He could have been going out to eat or something. Like, why are we having this conversation at all? I don't think you're just out for a walk. Tell us why you're here, or else. Why wouldn't he be? Why couldn't he be?
Or else. I suppose when all you have is a hammer, every problem looks like a nail. Have you considered that I am here merely by coincidence?
Yeah, it could just be that he's just walking down the street. What do you mean?
I imagine that might be hard for you to believe, but I actually have a life too, you know. I was doing some shopping. For milk and eggs.
I would love it if he said it like that too. They're like, oh.
And some extra dark soy sauce. Then again, I care very little whether you believe me or not.
Then where are you going?
Sake.
Sake?
I was bored, so I came into the city to have a drink. Is that enough, or shall I elaborate on my sake preferences?
I would love it if he just didn't know how, like, sake was supposed to be pronounced, so he just says sake, and they're like, what the heck is sake? And he's like, you know, sake.
Is something wrong? Is it so hard for you to believe that I drink?
Oh, hi, Owen. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. I love ya.
What, did you think I only drink blood?
Yeah, he's like, I do have other things.
That's racist.
Oh, he said it!
Holy shit.
You called it.
Do you think we're monsters who subsist entirely on human blood?
Well, no, but I'd only ever seen Kazuma on the battlefield before. In my mind, he was inextricably connected to the din of battle and the stench of blood. To think of a creature like that going and sitting down at a bar with normal human beings to have a drink was next to impossible to imagine.
I especially like cocktails, particularly Bloody Mary, made with an actual blood of someone named Mary.
Oh, snap.
You're welcome to come and observe if you don't believe me. I might even allow you to pour me a drink.
No, thank you.
And by that I mean I'm going to drink your blood.
Oh, snap. I don't think I want to do that.
Huh. Siding with this filth again. I fail to see the appeal. Why would you choose to associate with such crude animals?
I felt my hands tightening into fists. No. They're not crude and they're not animals. Other people might not understand, but they're samurai and they take pride in what they do.
Pride? Did you say pride? So they turn themselves into fakes to cover their own inadequacies and call that pride?
Kazuma and the other demons referred to the Furies by this name. Wow, thanks.
We, the real furries? They're just posers.
It was a somewhat roundabout way to refer to the Furies, but it's easy to see his point. The Water of Light granted a great deal of power, but in exchange it drove those who used it mad with bloodlust. I had no decent rebuttal. Don't let him get to you. He just enjoys shaking you up. But We have nothing more to say to you. If you're really just here to drink, why don't you move along? I can't imagine stirring up trouble here would benefit you any more than us.
You call yourself furries, but I don't. Do you even have a fursuit? I think.
Like, he comes out one day and he's just in a full-on, like, wolf getup.
Yeah. What's your persona? Oh, just a normal dog? Pathetic.
Pathetic.
Oh, do you now? You think that concern for this human rabble would play even a minuscule part in my decision?
His eyes narrowed to predatory slits. Yamazaki only shook his head. I hear you joined forces with the Satsuma. No doubt you'd slaughter all these people without a second thought, but the Satsuma domain might not approve of that sort of thing, am I right?
Huh. You think you're pretty clever, don't you?
For a long, nervous
Oh, you're
moment...
right.
He's like, well, you're right. Starts walking away.
Mic drop.
For a long, nervous moment, they glared at one another. Eventually, it was Kazuma who backed away.
I like that in a man.
Heck yeah.
Fine. There's only a happenstance to begin with.
Time for new ultimate chip. Kazuma X Yamazaki. Let's go.
If I had wanted to attack the Shinsengumi, I wouldn't be wandering the streets hoping to find you. You may go about your business this time.
With a cold smile, he turned to walk away. Huh? Where are you going? I could shake the feeling that it had all been too easy. Kazuma only sighed.
Were you even listening? I'm on my way to have a drink.
This whole conversation is so weird.
Yeah, this is running into each other, and they're like, I just want to go on my day, you know.
And they're like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I just am going to go out to eat. Demons Lorenzo.
It's my day off, you know. I don't have to be a villain every hour of every day. We demons eat, drink, sleep, watch anime, all the other things. As do you.
What?
If you were to join us, you would understand that, whether you wanted to or not.
And then he was gone into the crowd. I just stood there.
Do you
his
know
words
what
echoing
yiffing
through
is? I'll show you.
Oh my god. But yeah, it's so funny that she's like shocked about it. Well, I guess we haven't had the discussion with Sen about us being a demon yet.
Oh yeah.
So maybe we just aren't, we don't fully believe that we're a demon yet.
Maybe.
Because otherwise it would just be weird. That we would be like, what? He eats and drinks while I can also eat and drink? I need to tell the commander about what happened. You should get back to your room. Don't leave unless someone's with you. Okay, thank you. I turned and headed toward Kondo's room. The manji was cold by the time I got there. Even after returning to my own room, Kazuma's words rang in my ears. Blah, blah, blah.
We demons eat sleep, yeah.
Yeah,
Doesn't
a demon. That was what he called himself, but he looked no different from any normal human. Did he go back to a home of his own? What did he do there? Was his a pleasant life, a peaceful one? It had to be more peaceful than the life that Shinsengumi led. I still want to be here, though, even if I'm not very helpful. To join Kazuma and the demons would be to admit that I was a demon myself, and that prospect frightened me. Besides, I'd grown fond of the Shinsengumi. I wanted more than anything else to stay with them and help them realize their dreams. Amazing. Oh, yeah. Time to skip stuff again. Oh, yeah. Here's Sen. Sen
I
has
considered
appeared.
joining the demons, but that would require too much rewriting and too much branching stories.
Yeah. We can't have that happen just yet. Gotta wait till chapter 5. We're only in chapter 4. You gotta see all these scenes again first. Sen, the best character who we can't date. Dixie.
Rip.
Rest in pieces.
Big beef.
Biggest of beef. Blah, 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 blah. I think we say yes here. It would make sense. Or maybe no, actually, because it's not here. Yeah, it's no. Because the person that we want to be with is not here at the Shinsengumi. So we say no here.
Cool.
Okay, so... No. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, and then this I forgot that the battle happens right after Sen appears. Like, she leaves, and then all of a sudden, oh, the battle's happening.
Sup?
Go find the others, is what we're doing again for the 5 millionth time. Blah, 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 blah. This all happens. He gets flung into the air. We get captured by Kazuma. He's all like, rah. And then we say, I will take responsibility in my father's place. My father was handling the experiment. As his daughter, I can't ignore that. And he likes that for some reason.
That's an admirable attitude. But it doesn't mean I'd look the other way.
Just then.
Breaking into our headquarters, huh? Takes balls. That girl named Sen or whatever. This isn't a gathering place for demons. Fun's over, pal. Are you ready?
Hey man, I heard you're barging into our place to get yourself a wife. You'd think you'd get the point by now after all these rejections. I guess demons are very persistent. Hijikata, Harada! Behind them, I could see Yamazaki and several of the other Shinsengumi soldiers. Some men were missing, though. Had they been injured by the demons, perhaps even killed?
You fools have no idea of her worth. $1 million. Demons are best fit to be with other demons. She's most valuable when used by a fitting partner. Used.
Yeah, huh, so you decide to take her against her will just because you're too scared of the rejection you'll get for flat out asking her out, huh? You're so lame and creepy.
She's worthless to you as a hostage. Even if you take her hostage, we'd kill you regardless without hesitation. I have no intention of using her as leverage. I wouldn't have to anyway with the likes of you.
The ring of men around him began to draw him in. I could feel the tension build like a rope being pulled taut. Soon it would reach its breaking point. What do we say? What do we do? So we're gonna try to escape.
Alright.
There we go. Try to escape. We're gonna see an Okita scene because of this. I twisted my body back and forth, gathering up all the strength I could manage to pull against Kazuma's hold, but it was no use.
This is pointless. Even with demon strength, the male is stronger than a female. Ugh.
Blech. Disgusting! Kazuma picks me up and easily bypassed the circle everyone had formed around him. Is this the end? Is Kazuma just going to abduct me like this? Just when I was about to give up. I am Izumi Kondo, chief of the Shinsengumi. Kondo appeared out of the dark, bounding across the grounds.
The head of Shinsengumi's chief will make an acceptable trophy, I suppose.
No! Stay calm, Yukimura. I'll save you. Kondo! Be careful, he's not human. I know that. Yeah! Yeah!
How about you?
How about you? Kondo's aura was filled with a fighting spirit, and he charged towards Kazuma. He swung heavily. Kazuma easily sidestepped Kondo's attack. I'm not done yet! Sparks flew from the metallic clang of their blades. Kazuma didn't look like he was phased at all as he intercepted Kondo's attack.
Not bad for a human. I guess the title of Chief of the Shinsengumi isn't just for show.
Kondo's sword tore down through the air again, his face the picture of a furious god. Kazuma blocked his strike, but with me in one arm, he couldn't go on the offensive. You will return her to us. Yeah! Yeah!
Go.
The sheer power of Kondo's next blow drove Kazuma back a few precious steps. Just then... Aye! I felt myself thrown to the side, away from Kazuma. My body flew into the air, and suddenly I found myself on the floor. Are you alright? No matter. Hurry, get up. Yes! Yamazaki offered me a hand to pull myself up. With me out of his grasp, Kazuma was able to fight freely and had begun to push Kondo back.
Something wrong. You look out of breath.
I have enough breath to fight you. Yamazaki's brow furrowed as he was observing the battle, but it seemed he couldn't stand there anymore. Yukimura, I want you to hide in the building. You must not come out, you understand? But... If you're here, the chief won't be able to fight without being distracted. Hurry! Okay, please be safe! I ran into the compounds. He told me to hide, but where am I supposed to go? Aha! A door for the room over... The door for the room over seems to be open. I ran in. Gah!
Right.
Something caught my foot and I fell for it. He's like he teleported. I was so taken back that I screamed. Huh?
Nothing personnel.
What's going on? I should have hit the ground hard, but I didn't. And I felt something soft under me. This is Soji.
Gotta admit, didn't figure you out for this type of girl.
The voice came from below me. Because remember what the walkthrough said, that basically you're gonna have to get points with the other characters? And it's just about getting not too many points with any character besides Kazuma. Yeah. Please don't tell me it's... Okita!
Didn't think I'd be getting pushed down into bed tonight, at least all by you.
Oh no, this is just a mistake. I didn't mean, Yamazaki, it was an accident. I realized I was babbling and shut my mouth.
An accident, huh? Really? Tell me, how is it on top of me? Does it feel good?
I've been so busy trying to think up an excuse I hadn't realized I was still on top of him. I'm sorry! Out of extreme embarrassment, I leapt off. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hey, come on. It hurts me when you apologize. Makes me think you hate me or something.
No, it's not that. I was just, embarrassed. For some reason, I couldn't get myself to say that out loud. The clang of swords were resounding all through the compound.
It's getting pretty serious out there. The demon showed up?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I know. I want to go out there and fight too, but if I go out, Kondo will get mad at me.
Okita looked a little sad, and he looked out at the compound.
Kondo's out there though, right?
Yes, but he's fighting one of the demons.
Don't worry about him. He's an amazing swordsman. Way better than me.
Okita's eyes shone with admiration for Kondo. There was no question that he trusted him to win. I wonder why Okita trusts Kondo as much as he does. As such thoughts crossed my mind. Yukimura, are you safe? Yamazaki ran in out of breath. Oh, Yamazaki! How is it? Is Kazuma... We managed to make them retreat. I don't think they'll be returning for the night. Really? Oh, what a relief.
See? I told you.
Okita smiled, but there was a hint of sadness in his eyes. Maybe it was because he wanted to fight alongside Kondo. Yukimura, return to your room. You should get some rest. Alright, good night, Okita.
Yeah, good night.
Okita waved and I returned to my room. After time passed... Oh wait, we can skip all this. Blah 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 blah.
I'm gonna head off.
Okie doke.
But it was fun again.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Rolf. You're the best.
No, you.
No, you! I think next time we'll probably finish the route. Probably. Because we're almost
Yeah,
at the
it
end of
seems
chapter
like it.
4, and then we just have chapter 5, and then like a little extra scene after the credits, and then that's like it.
Then we can play the second game.
Yeah. I'm thinking about maybe playing like a game in the middle, just as like a short reprieve from it, you know? Like I have a game, one visual novel game, well technically 2, that are kind of interesting. One is called Milk Inside a Bag of Milk Inside a Bag of Milk. And the other one is called Milk Outside a Bag of Milk Outside a Bag of Milk.
Alright, interesting.
And I played the first one, but I haven't played the second one. And so I kind of want to just go through both of them. So I'm thinking we can do that in the middle, just to do something a little different.
Sure.
And then after that, we can go back and play the second part, which I'm pretty sure from what I've read from some of the reviews, it said that basically you just like pick a route from the start.
Okay.
So that's kind of how they're doing it, is like you just pick somebody in the second one, which is kind of like, okay. And as I said, once we get to the once we get to the end of this, you'll see what I mean by it feeling a little like, what? That's so weird that you kind of have to pay for 2 separate games for this. Because all the like the good stuff happens in the second half, so I was like, what?
Yeah. Oh well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, see you next time.
Yeah, see you later, Rolf. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye, get some good rest. I love ya. Okay, I think I'm gonna skip all this. Until we get to the next part. Oh wait, shoot. Wait. No! Okay. Do I... I'm just gonna save here, I think. Okay, we're gonna save in slot 50. Just making sure, and then I think that's it for today. I kind of forgot that the reason I saw this scene was because I did Okita's route. And this scene happens in his route, but it's fine. We're not missing too much by being this far into it. I'll be like, okay, here's what's going on this time when Rolf comes back next week. But for now, we're gonna leave. There we go. But anyways, thank you guys all so much for joining again today. Let's exit out. So yeah, next time, we're gonna finish up chapter 4, move on to chapter 5, and it might take the whole time. It might not, we'll see. If not, then we'll start Milk in, I think it's inside or outside. I can't remember which one is first. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's Milk inside a bag of milk, inside a bag of milk. That's first. And then outside a bag of milk is second. Yeah. So we'll play that afterwards. And 20 hours of Hakuoki. Let's go. But, yeah, thank you guys all so much for hanging out as usual. I'll see you guys on Saturday. We're planning on playing some RuneScape for that whole for the VN night. We'll be playing RuneScape. And then sometime after that, when not E3 happens, that will be what I'll be streaming during the end of the week. And then also once Minecraft becomes cross-platform, we'll be playing Minecraft. So there we go. And in the meantime, RuneScape, and of course, whatever we're doing here with Rolf on Mondays. But yeah, thank you guys all so much for hanging out. Y'all are the bestest beans. Let's see who we shall raid. Who is live? It seems, let's, raid John Wolf, because it's been a while since we raided him, and I love him. One of my favorite YouTubers, and one of the first people that I watched on Twitch when I first joined Twitch, so we're gonna be going over there. But yeah, thank you guys all again so much for joining. Y'all are the bestest beans, and I'll see you guys next time for some more stuff, possibly more Hakuoki and more RuneScape and whatnot. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys then. I love you all. Bye-bye.